In the last 15 years, it became very difficult to take a house from consumer. Through other administration, Obama administration, in 2009 and 10, they come out with the policy, I believe called Safe Home in California. We have a program like that. Anybody heard it? It's designed that they don't allow banks just to take the house. It asks the bank to work with the consumer to find a way to, the work that they use is modify the payment to give consumer opportunity to stay in the house till their financial situation changes. And they would go and help, they will pay a little bit more later, but at least give them opportunity to keep the house. With that program that was not available in 2008, and that problem started, banks were taking houses after 3 payments, then they make it, boom, you out. The sheriff comes in and kicks you out. You change the lock on the doors. With this program, it has changed and allow people to go sometime 5-6 months without payment. Maybe in some cases I've seen even a year, no payment. Or they would reduce the payment or reduce the rate. The banks start working with lenders. But when everything fails and they're no longer capable to reach an agreement, then there would be foreclosure. Foreclosure, normally it's the same thing, would be 7 years on a credit bureau. To buy a house, it would be very difficult. It would take, there are some government policies that you can buy a house, minimum is 2 years of complete reestablishment. Some lenders will not do anything for 10 years after foreclosure. So it's very difficult, but believe it or not, we have a better chance in our company to remove foreclosure than bankruptcy. I also want to add that you have judgment. Anybody of you know what the judgment is? When somebody had disagree with you, they take you to court. When court finds you that you owe something, court issue a judgment against you. When they issue the judgment, now whoever holds that judgment makes determination how to enforce it, what to do with that judgment. Could it be a bank only? No. Could be a neighbor. Could be a family member. Anybody can sue. You see this TV small claim cases? So if they get a judgment, it goes in the record. Because one thing that you take somebody to court, if they don't pay, you get a judgment. Okay, what if they don't pay after judgment they receive? What if they self-employed? You can't figure out the money they make, right? So you keep chasing that person till that person appears that somewhere you know where they hold their money. And the judgment is good for 7 years. So it can't be enforced. When you file bankruptcy, you can include judgments in the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy could wipe out your obligation. In reality, you can include in bankruptcy almost everything for exception of 2 creditors: student loan and child support. We'll come to student loan. But I'll touch more about child support. Child support, we cannot touch it. If mostly man owes money to ex-wife or girlfriend, and if that's the case, there's no tolerance in that in the finance world, 0. So if he or she, in this case we'll use he as example, owes money for child support, it couldn't even leave the country. I wonder if military allows to leave. I don't know. If you're in military and you owe money on child support, would you be allowed to leave the country? I don't know. Civilian, 100% no. You cannot leave till you satisfy, because he might not come back. So the government would repossess the passport till the child support paid in full. Child support normally handled by local sheriff. They could attach their wages. You cannot stop paying and think it will go away. Child support never goes away, like student loan. A lot of people have student loans here.
I think it's funny that the child support is on equal level with the student loan.
Well, the child support, the society made the decision to protect mostly female, because guys been quite negligent in their financial obligation to the family. Student loan is a little bit different. The student loan, in reality, the bank easily will give student loans. You know why? Because it was guaranteed by the federal government. He said, hey, you just give it to them, and I'll sign up that if he or she doesn't pay, I'll pay. So I guarantee repayment. So the bank had zero risk. So they were loaning money. So now when the federal government, the people come to me and said, you know, I just filed my income taxes, and I'm supposed to get $2,000, but I didn't get a penny. Well, do you know why? I said, do you happen by any chance have student loans that you haven't paid? Yes. Well, if you owe money to Uncle Sam, guess what? He's not going to pay you. So you have to figure out what to do on your taxes. If you know that coming, you have to have a good CPA so you don't give the money to Uncle Sam. But if you do, don't wait for the money. They'll take it against your financial obligation. Since we moved quickly to student loan, today in Washington, the student loan issues become very effective. We have two parties talking about how to forgive student loans to millions of Americans. Will they make that decision? I don't think so. As you know, there's nothing in Washington that they can make any decision. There's just nothing happening there. Democrats are promising, almost every one of them, that as soon as you elect them, they'll forgive you the student loans. Ain't happening. No way. The total value of student loans that we have is about $1.5 trillion.
Wow.
That's huge. My beliefs, right now what you have in the student loan, and we negotiate on your behalf with to help with the student loans, you have different programs. You have hardship program, you have forgiveness program, and every time if you have a good case, you can maneuver around not to pay for now or pay very little, or and since they know for sure they'll get the money because of the federal government, it's not that easy to negotiate with them. But in most cases, we managed to negotiate. In some cases, we got full forgiveness by student loans for our client. But that's lengthy negotiation with them. It could take a half a year for each client. Because you work with so much bureaucracy. Complete this form. We'll send you those forms, and then you have to complete that form. And you have to provide 5 different your bank statement, your tax returns, your pay stub. This is too high. Then you have to show less. Now we have to wait. But it's a lot of things that require for student loans. Can they be helpful? Yes. There are some employers that are willing to work with you, help some with the repayment of student loan if you would be valuable employee. Especially now when the workforce in need for good help. I don't know if that's the case, but at least I would think logically it would be a good idea. But overall student loan, it's a very difficult situation. If you have a lot of them and you like to come to us in Roseville, and by the way, we do free consultation. So you could sit down, the way we do it, we look at your credit history, and we give you the whole scoop, what we see, what we can remove it, how fast we can remove it, and if we do charge fee, we'll tell you what our fee would be. So you don't pay anything till we both of us agree to move forward. And that would, it's a free consultation. So I would advise to everybody, if you have transportation to go, our office is right across from Galleria Mall.
From where?
Galleria Mall.
Oh, okay.
You're familiar?
Yeah, in Roseville?
At Roseville, yeah. So it's really nice, and we will definitely take the time, and it's easy to go through it and explain to you, so it's definitely advantageous for you to see. If you don't hire us to work on anything, at least you get free consultation. We'll tell you every single item, which inquiry happened, what account you have, when did you open, how long did you have it, what's the rating on it, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely would be helpful.